Hello, my loves. Happy Friday Eve. Okay, new setup, new location. Um, I was so exhausted yesterday evening. I literally took a cleansing salt bath and was knocked out sleep. And so I sincerely apologize for those that were looking forward to their nightcap. But I promise I'm going to make it up to you tonight. I will be doing a nightcap for you. So, with that said, welcome to the channel to everyone who is new, and welcome back to those that are repeat watchers and viewers. Also, welcome to cross watchers. This is a collective reading, so no specific sign. This is for all signs. My name is Riri. I am many different titles exist for someone who has spiritual gifts as I do. However, doing these videos during my content, I am a diviner with tarot cards specifically. So um, please take what resonates, leave what doesn't for the next person. And again, thank you to everyone for watching today. I'm going to go ahead on and jump into this reading. It will not be a long, drawn out reading. I'm trying to, besides the fact that Spirit lets me know after about 10 minutes, like, yeah, cut it. This is it. We're not going any further. My viewers also I find resonate more with the videos that are like 15 minutes or less. So I'm going to try to keep this to a minimum of or a maximum of 10 minutes. If I do go over 10 minutes, it will only be slightly over 10 minutes. So with that said, let's jump right in. I want to take the time to thank your guides, excuse me, and my guides. Oh, look at my shadow. Hi, shadow. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Okay. Can I have a few cards for the collective today, Spirit? Just a few cards. Few cards for the collective. Oh, shout out to Cardi B. I like her music. Well, yeah, I like her music. I love her. Of what I know of her, she's seems very direct and very blunt, albeit, she's made some decisions that may be questionable in some people's eyes. She's human, and we all have done questionable things or made questionable decisions. However, I seen a clip of her tour yesterday where she paid homage to Ochosi, which I am assuming is her head, who's in charge of her head Ori. So and I loved um, her tribute, her paying homage to Oshosi. And yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so back to the task at hand. Spirit, can I have just a few cards for the collective? Just a few cards for the collective. Let me see if I can bring y'all a little closer. Can I have a few cards for the collective, please, Spirit? Just a few. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, the Hermit. Music is so important for someone here, or maybe someone's here. Um, is this it, Spirit? Okay. Oh, the lovers. Can I have one more card, please, for the collective spirit? One more card. Can I have one more card, please, for the collective spirit? One more card, please. Well, let's just. Okay. Can I have one more card for the collective? And what do we have? We have. Oh, yep. Hangman. All right. Love is in the air. Yes, it is. Not only is it in the air, it's been on your mind as well, right? Yes, it has. This can be platonic love, this can be romantic love, this can be familial love, partnerships, union, uh, co-creation, even. Um, this is definitely something that you've been going back and forth about. I'm not going to even say you've been thinking about it continuously. Okay. This is something that you're up high one moment with the idea, and then you're low at another moment with the idea. Okay. So let me see if I can move these closer. Oh, oh. I guess I did have it right the first time around, huh? Okay. And I promise I will figure out a better setup. However, as I digress, back to the cards at hand. So, excuse me, thank you, Spirit. You've been high at one moment with the thought of, the idea of, and then you're low at one moment. So, I'm not sure if you yourself are receiving mixed signals or if you've been giving mixed signals, okay? However, this is a union that's made for each other. And again, make sure you keep in mind that I said this can be platonic, this can be friendship, this can be partnership, this can be relationship. Hell, this can even be marriage, okay? However, Spirit is asking for you to go within. So if you have been going within, Spirit is saying, no, we need you to really go within. Okay. So I'm talking about self reflection, introspection, contemplation, you know, from a spiritual standpoint. The hermit, he is holding his lantern with the Merkaba inside of the lantern. So it's lighting up his footsteps, not necessarily his entire path, telling him go from here, point A to point B, but lighting up each individual footstep that he takes. Okay. So at this point, it may be best for you to, instead of thinking of the situation as one entire whole, break it down. Even if that means you need to sit down and write it down, be very analytical about it. Each specific point needs to be broken down And that is what needs to become a part of your reflection. In that reflection, you may gain more enlightenment, you may gain more clarity, more guidance as to what your next steps would be, not the path or the journey itself. Okay. This is definitely love. Spirit is also asking you to be patient with this. You know, Rome was not built in a day. It took some time. You know, all great things take time. Yeah, it may have been, love at first sight, or kismet when the two, came together. However, you're still getting to know each other. And again, this can be platonic, this can be romantic, this can be a business partnership. In any relationship, you have to get to know your partner. And that's what this is. So, Spirit is asking for you to be patient, but to see things from a different perspective, a new perspective, okay? Because there is a higher cause, there is a higher, um, yeah, there's a higher cause for the two coming together. So surrender to whatever it was, or whatever it is you thought that this may turn out to be. Surrender that to the universe because it's not, you know, what you think it is. I'll just say that. Okay, which is why Spirit is asking for you to have a different perspective, see things differently. You are in a space to where you've come into full alignment with yourself. Okay. However, that one particular piece is what's causing the sureness and the confidence that you have within yourself. That's what's causing you to question it. All right. So see things from a different perspective, perhaps meditate more, journal more, but you definitely need to go within more and really be honest with yourself. Be brutally honest. If I'm gonna be the big sister, Riri, I'm gonna tell you to be brutally honest. I'm a Virgo, so we don't hold things back. We are very tactful in a lot of cases, but the truth may come out and offend some people. So I try to be careful of how I word things. And we all know, you know, the powers that be with YouTube especially are very strict. And so I have to be careful of what I say. So I'm going to leave this here. But what I will say is reflect more, go within more. Okay. If that has to be several times throughout the day, then be it several times throughout the day. Um, this is not something that just happened. This is a divine alignment, okay? But Spirit needs you to see things from a different perspective. Yes, look at the whole picture. However, with you going within, and doing that self reflection, Spirit needs you to look at each individual part, not just the surface. Okay? I'll leave that there. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And again, I want to thank everyone, whether you are a returning watcher or brand new to the channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, my loves.